Here's a question to ponder. What's the best way to promote your project? You can answer in the comments down below. To me, the best way to promote your project, whether it be a TV show, internet show, big budget Hollywood feature film, YouTube video, would be to, I don't know, not attack the fans, not attack the people that are watching your content, which is something that has been lost to people that work at Disney. Even narrowing that down a little bit, people that work at Lucasfilm. See, a man said back during the 2020 presidential election, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, but that's what Joe Biden said while he was on the campaign trail back in 2020. Speaking specifically to black voters. Now, in this case, we have Leslye Headland, former assistant to Harvey Weinstein, who has come out and said anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech, you're not a fan of Star Wars. So in order to promote your new show that you are the creator, writer, and director of, to get people to watch your show, you attack the fans. Basically telling them, don't watch. How'd that work out for Doctor Who? Now, granted, the last episode of Doctor Who was based upon the Doctor's assistant, Millie, and 600,000 people joined the 2 million that watched the week before to up the viewership by 600,000. Well, Leslye, by making that statement, and here it is, I stand by my empathy for Star Wars fans, but I want to be clear. Anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech, I don't consider a fan. Your show comes out, debuts in June 4th, so in about 5-6 days. I don't think you're going to get the viewership that you're looking for by saying things like that about the fan base. Now, keep in mind, Leslye Headland is the same Leslye Headland that's been named and accused of taking part of hateful actions against Gina Carano. Yeah, a little lawsuit that Gina has against the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm. According to the article here on That Park Place by John F. Trent, Gina Carano's lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm, it details that Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy wanted Carano to join a struggle session on Zoom with her and 45 other employees who identify as part of the LGBTQ plus community. Purpose of the struggle session, according to the lawsuit, was a litmus test, quote unquote, to determine if she had the willingness to endure such harassment and humiliation. This was described by her publicist, I believe that's Kathleen Kennedy's publicist, as a friendly group that want to see Gina succeed. However, multiple employees that were to take part in the struggle session had contributed to the GoFundMe campaign, including Leslye Headland. According to the lawsuit, the GoFundMe campaign defamed Carano by accusing her of being a bigoted actress. So Leslye Headland, who was scheduled to create, write, and produce The Acolyte, a Star Wars series on Disney Plus, was part of the GoFundMe campaign defaming Gina Carano. Now, this all stems around way back in the day. Well, this all stems around, the force is female, as Kathleen Kennedy says. And in the Acolyte, which I got no problem with the Acolyte being mostly female, as long as you tell a good story, which what we've seen and heard about the Acolyte, it's not a very good story, at least in my opinion. So this all centers around something from a long time ago. In fact, this centers around a question and a comment that was asked of George Lucas back in 1988. The question was, we all noticed the lack of women in the Star Wars trilogy. Are you going to bring more women in for the future Star Wars films? And George Lucas's response was, well, what of Princess Leia? When you're making a war film, how are you going to put women in it? Think of other war films. Think of The Longest Day. Those films. Now, if you haven't seen The Longest Day, see it. It is a classic war film centered around D-Day, the 6th of June in World War II. Well, it's your galaxy. I have to go with the rest of the world and still make it believable. I'm not sure how many women will be in the rest of the films. That's the kind of thing that plots dictate. Plots dictate. What would Star Wars have been like if Han Solo had also been a woman? That's what started this whole thing, in my opinion, about Star Wars and women and Force is female and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention, that you've got a show coming up that is helmed, again, by Leslye Headland, the former assistant to Harvey Weinstein. And how many people are actually going to tune in to watch? Me, I'm going to watch House of the Dragon because that comes out June 12th. I'm not going to waste my time with the Acolyte. So what do you guys think about Leslye Headland's comments and alienating most of the fan base of Star Wars and Lucasfilm? Comment down below. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Share this video out with your friends and family. With that, I will see you guys later.